Hello, friends. Today we will discuss a very interesting and different topic. And today's topic is how we can able to analyze a chart. How we can able to analyze chart by our own. What are the criteria or things to be noted when we are analyzing a chart? Okay, these are these are these are the few things we need to discuss today. Okay, for that we will have an example chart. Okay, when we are analyzing any chart, the first and most important thing is the lagna. Okay, Parasara has told that when we are analyzing a chart, we must know the lagna because this lagna is very important, and because of this lagna, a native is being linked to this earth because this is the lagna when the native has taken birth, the native has taken sarira. So it is very important to know the lagna. Because of the lagna, the results are going to different. If you note that someone has cancer lagna, the result will be different from someone is having leo lagna, someone is having gemini lagna. So lagna is very important. So you so the first thing, we must know the lagna and planets in lagna. Okay, so in this chart, the native is the lagna of the native is cancer. Okay, and moon, the sign lord in its own house. It's a good thing. But again, you see this sign lord moon is along Rahu Ketu axis. So Rahu Ketu axis, actually when Rahu and Ketu are combined with this moon, it will creating a Grahana Yoga. So we can say that the native is having a Grahana Yoga. Okay, so this is the first thing we are noting in the chart. Next is you must see the Atma Karak of that native. The planet is having highest degree is the Atma Karak. So the for this chart, Sun is the Atma Karak. So the placement of Sun is the is very important because it is the king of the chart. Okay, so you will find that Sun is placed in the 12th house in MK Smarana Karaka Sthana. Okay, so you will find this is very important because the Atma Karak is in the 12th house in MKS, Marana Karak Sthana. And this Atma Karak is with Mars and Mercury. This is very important because when you are talking about any yoga, any conjunction, so this Marana Karak planet can able to affect both these planets. So we must see this, we must know this because the result of the sun in 12th house can be given by these two planets also because they are with this sun. Okay. Next is the we must see the planets in like debility in Marana Karakasthana or in along Rahu Ketu axis or the Kendra Bhavas. You will find in this chart Jupiter, Jupiter, the Jupiter being the what we can say sixth lord and the ninth lord. It is again in the MKS Marana Karakasthana. Okay, so we are finding here two planets are there in Maranakaraka and in ascendant, the native is having moon, but the moon is along Rahu Ketu axis. Okay, so the first thing is that when we are talking about the ascendant, it shows the intelligence. Ascendant is nothing but the intelligence, and moon, the where the ascendant lord or lagna lord is placed, shows the area in which the native will apply his intelligence. As moon is in the first house, so the focus is on self. Okay, so the native's focus must be on self, and sun, the karak of this first house, is in the 12th house, or we can say the Atma Karak planet is in the 12th house. It shows something going to foreign land, foreign people. is going to happen in his life, or something related to father, government, this kind of thing may be a major what we can say a key line in the native's life. Okay, so let us analyze the Navansa. Okay, let us analyze the Navansa. Then we can again come to D1 and see what are the things we can check. Okay, so in Navans you will find that the native is having in Navans you will find that the native is having Scorpio ascendant, and you will find Saturn and Mars are in the Scorpio. So planets in Navans Lagna can give you skills like Mars. The native may be very good in sports. The native may launch martial arts. The native may do very active. Okay, Mars in D9 Lagna will give you skills like martial arts. Okay, in Mars will give skill like martial art. If Saturn is in the D9 Lagna, it will give shyness, stage fear in early part of the life. So we can predict that this native may have stage fear in the early part of life. Very skilled, as Saturn is D9 Lagna, can able to do any kind of work, can able to adjust situation. And Mars is in the D9 Lagna, shows he or she may uh, may may learn martial arts or very good in sports. Okay, let us analyze the Atma Karak placement in D9. Atma Karak Sun is in the 8th house. So in D9, 8th house is very karmic, because the planet which is present in the 8th house of D9, you need Gayatri mantra to get out Gayatri. Gayatri mantra to reduce the ill effect, because it is the karmic debt. In D9 shows the dharma bhava. D9 is the division of your dharma. In this you, if you find any planet is in the 8th house, it is the karmic debt you need to fulfill in this life. As sun is present, so these things related to sun you need to fulfill this life. Okay, and sun is the Atma Karak. Okay, and in D9, when you are seeing Atma Karak, you must see that 12th from the Atma Karak, where Mercury is present. So this Mercury shows the Ishtadevata. This Mercury shows the Ishtadevata for this native. If Mercury, we can say that the Ishtadevata may be Bhagavan Vishnu, Lord Vishnu. Or if Rahu is present, then we can say Durga. Ketu is present, we can say Ganesh. Sun is present, we can say Lord Ram or Lord Shiva. If Moon is present, Krishna, Magauri. Mercury, Lord Vishnu. Mars, for Mars we can say Rudra or Narasimha Bhagavan. Okay, so planets which are present 12th from Atma Karak in D9 shows the Ishtadevata. Okay, and the 10th house in the D9 chart shows the house of your finance. If a single benefic present over there will give you sufficient amount of wealth during the Dasa Antardasa. Okay, Venus when being a benefic present in the D9 10th house is very good for this native, because this Venus will give the native wealth. Okay, and you just note those planets which are badly placed in D1, like Sun in MKS in D1, and it is present in the 8th house of D9. So it is really give a karmic effect, and this planet is your Atma Karak. Another planet, Jupiter. Jupiter is MKS in D1, but it is exalted in D9. Okay, so if Jupiter is exalted in the D9 and in the 9th house, so we can say that this Jupiter may have the blessing to get out of this MKS. So remedial measures with this Jupiter can be effective. Okay, From Atma Karak, you need to find the Dharma Devata. From Atma Karak in D9, for to find the Dharma Devata, we must do one thing. We must see the ninth house from Atma Karak in D9. Okay, so ninth house Atma Karak in D9. This is Atma Karak, and the ninth house is the Aquarius sign with no planet in it. Aquarius sign with no planet in it, but we can say that Venus is expecting this sign. Okay, Venus has Graha Dishti on this sign. And any other planet which is having Graha Dishti, this Rahu has having Graha Dishti, this Mars is having Graha Dishti. So there are many planets that is actually putting a Graha Dishti over here. So we can say that we can choose we can choose out of these three, Mars, Venus, and Rahu, to qualify for the Dharma Devata. As Mars and Saturn and Rahu and Sun are conjoining together, what I feel, Rahu is being the lord of this ninth from Atma Karak, and linked with this Atma Karak. What I feel, Rahu Rahu may give indication of the Dharma Devata, and for Rahu we can say Ma Durga may be the Dharma Devata. Okay, Ma Durga. So this native need to take the name of Ma Durga to be in the path of Dharma, and take the name of Lord Vishnu to fulfill the soul's desire. Because whenever a soul taking birth, it has certain desire. Okay, so to fulfill the soul desire, one needs to follow the path of this Ishta Devata and take the name of this Dharma Devata. So as I mentioned, Ishta Devata is Lord Vishnu, and Dharma Devata is Ma Durga. So this native may worship Lord Vishnu and Ma Durga to get the blessing of Dharma and Ishta Devata. Okay, let us analyze this chart. Uh, let us analyze this chart to understand its past life karma. Why these planets are in Marana Karaka Sthana? For this, you need to see the chart from ninth house. This is the ninth house. We need to, as we all know that the ninth house is all about your past, and the fifth house is all about your future. So to understand the past life karma, we must make the ninth house as Lagna. And from ninth house, we need to see the planets which are in bad dignity. Like the Atma Karak is in the fourth house from ninth house, and it is having Mars showing aggression, Sun showing ego, Mercury, we can say maternal uncle. So we can say that this native in past birth may have something, did something, may have argument. We can say that may have argument with the uncles regarding, we can say, property, because fourth house Mars, it can show property. Sun is involved, ego touches, and may have some kind of fighting. Okay, for this, because look, this is this Sun creating Indradosha. Indradosha, it means that when Sun is getting Digvali in the 10th house, but when Sun is placed in the 4th house, it is creating Indradosha, Agni dosha. So this Sun, okay, this Sun is the midnight Sun. So we can say that past birth thing related to 4th house, these are things may happen. That is the reason why this native is getting Sun as Atma Karaka in the 12th house. Okay. 12th house from ninth house, it is the 4th house. It is the house of your property, land, okay, vehicles, motherland, okay. And Mars present over there, we can show property may involve Sun, ego, Mercury involved in those. Mercury is the Ishta Devata. Mercury, we can say maternal uncle or colleagues. So we can say that this native may have involved in some kind of property related issue in the past life. it may there may be aggression, there will be egoism, by which some of his what I feel maternal uncles are involved. Okay, so that may cause the sun to be in the fourth house, in the 12th house. Okay, in the past birth, look, this Saturn is the 12th house, retrograde Saturn. So what I feel, this native may neglect his work, That is the reason why this native may have may getting 8th house Saturn. Okay, in Rahu is the 10th house. So we can say that this native may have some kind of out of box friends, or we can say foreign friends, or we can say uh, 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 friends which are normally not accepted by the society. Okay, and in the 5th house we are having Moon along with Ketu. Okay, in 5th house we are having Moon along with Ketu. Ketu represents negligence, or we can mistakes, or we can say this native may neglected, or as Moon is with Ketu, may neglect his responsibility towards his mother, or we can say this native may what we can say neglect the responsibility towards the kids as 5th house is involved. That kind of thing may trigger. Okay, so when we are analyzing any chart, we must analyze the chart as a whole, and we must see all those things that are being seen in the chart. Okay, so the next is the dasa. We must analyze the dasa along with this chart analysis. Okay, so when we are analyzing the dasa, we must use a proper kind of dasa. We must see the chart. Okay, so this native is the dasa, as Moon is in the lagna, so we can use simply Vimosati Dosta starting with Janmatara. Okay, and you will find this native when the native may have top period. Okay, it has started with Mercury dasa. Okay, Mercury, the first period is Mercury, and as we see that Mercury is in the 12th house with MK's sun. Okay, so what I feel in Mercury dasa, the native may not be a very good for period for him. Okay, Ketu, what I feel, Ketu dasa is also not as good as Mercury dasa, but Venus Dasa will be very good. Venus Dasa will be very good. Sun Dasa is the planet with Sun Dasa. Sun is the Atmakarak planet. So Sun Dasa may be a tough period for the native. And Moon Dasa is a real challenging for a period for the native, because Moon is along Rahu Ketu axis. Okay. Moon is along Rahu Ketu axis. Okay. This house Karaka Sun is in the 12th house. Okay, and Jupiter is in MKS. Okay, and Karak of the house is affected, and a Lord is also affected. That is the reason why Moon Dasa may be a very difficult phase. Again, Mars Dasa similarly a difficult phase for the native. Rahu, 7th house Rahu. Okay, we can say Rahu is Digbali, but this Moon, Mars, Sun, these three periods are very difficult for the native. Okay, so friends, we must suggest remedy based on the natives, based on the areas where the native is facing difficulties. Okay, it is not like that you give him a number of remedies, but we can suggest the remedy regarding Ishtadevata and Dharma Devata. Whenever you are checking anyone's chart, please do ask him to do the mantra related to Dharma Devata and Ishtadevata, because whenever your soul is getting suffered, whenever his soul feels that he is not doing the things for which the soul is coming to this earth, so the soul will going to punish through the Ishtadevata. Okay, so the planets qualifying for the Istaya Avatar. So friends, we must look a chart in this way, and we must give priority to the planets are in special dignity like in MKS, planet along Rahu Ketu axis, planet in the 8th house, Dushtana Bhava, 6th, 8th and 12th house. Okay, these are the things we must keep in our mind. We always give respect to this planet in the planet Atma Karak planet. So friends, this is the way we need to take a chart. Hope you like this video. To like and subscribe my channel. Thank you.